Hey everybody, it's Stephanie Valhalla out there. Um, I tried to start making a video and then I said something stupid, so I'm gonna start again. So I wanted to show you how long my hair really is. It's very, very, very long, and it needs a trim. So there's a couple of knots I gotta get out of it, but I wanted to show you how long it was, guys. But anyways, because if you look back at my older video, there's an older video and it says hair growth, hair growth or something like that. That's when I had to shave my head off because I used to have dreadlocks for over 10 years. And there was, I tried to brush them out patiently and it was not happening. So I decided to shave my head. And actually, I looked really cool, really cool. I hope I posted the really cool pictures in there. Anyways, I was thinking about the story I wanted to tell you today. This is one of the more this is one of the last things that happened. This was one of the last things that happened to me, except the last thing that happened to me is a hard story for me to tell you because it involves the word that starts with an S, if you understand what I'm talking about, which if you're adults, you will, of a friend. But it is an interesting story. I might be flip-flopping back in stories because, to be honest with you, I'm disabled, and a lot of the time I have short-term memory loss, so I might not always remember the exact dates. And sorry if you can hear some dropping in the background. I got a pipe that I have to get fixed. So anyways, I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna post pictures because I'm not good at, I'm not using, have to learn how to use OBS, and I have to get a web camera and everything like that to do this like professionally, which I'm working on. So I'm gonna have to put the pictures at the end of the video for you guys, but trust me, stay tuned, you're gonna want to see them. Um, you're gonna want to see them at the end of the story. So what happened was, okay, so how did we start? How did it start? Let me think. There was, okay, here's the first story. I guess I'm gonna have to tell this story to get to the next story. This is a story I really didn't want to tell, but actually it leads into the next story. I was in my partner's room and I felt it was over a 4-day it was over a 4-day thing. I felt something touching my ankle and like touching me very gently, like up to my, say, like middle of my calf. The next day it went up to my, say, like a nice, like a almost like a tender rubbing feeling up into like my knee. The second day it was halfway up my thigh, or all the way up my thigh it must have been. And then the fourth day it was a full hand grab of my, I don't know how to put it. I guess I'll put this not for kids, my vagina, my lady parts. And I woke up freaking out. And actually, I don't think I was dating my partner at the time. We were just like best friends for like 20 years until we started dating. Maybe even longer than that. But anyways, so I ran out freaking out like, did you touch me? Well, but the thing was, I was completely awake this whole time. So I felt it all, and I was being held down on my bed on one side, on the, if I can remember, it would have been my right side. I was being held down on my right side, like to the bed while this was happening every time. And but I never really noticed it that I was being held down, or it might have just been the last time. It's really hard to decipher because a lot of that I've tried to block in my memory because it was very, first of all, I know that sounds batshit crazy. I know you guys are thinking you were touched on that place with a spirit, a ghost, something you can't see. Yes, I know it sounds batshit crazy, but it did happen. And then, so my partner, he's not psychic or an empath or anything, but I do believe he has a bit of a mediumship in him. And I'll tell you why in a second. So after that happened, I came out screaming and saying, like, did you do this? Did you do this? And he was like, even though I know he didn't, but I didn't know how to explain it because I was like, you know, you would be in shock. I was in shock. And he was like, I would never do that to you without your permission. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I told him, and I was just in absolute shock. So anyways, I deal with that, try and mentally deal with that the best I can. And then I felt uncomfortable because where that happened, in the closet, in the room that it happened in, actually out, let me tell you another story. Him and I were laying on the bed. This was actually quite a while, like years before this ever happened. I think this thing, whatever it is a jealous entity because of all the stuff it's done with my partners. I actually have other stories of older partners that I have to tell you, but I'm just not ready to tell those just yet. Because they do evolve, like abuse and stuff like that. So, and other things that I'm not particularly fond of talking about. Anyways, so that had happened. So I tried to put that in a box, and then the next day, no, and then I'd gone home to visit my mom, I think. So it had been about a week, and I get a text from him. Oh my God, I saw it. And I was like, I knew exactly what he was talking about. And I said, well, what did you see? And he said, it was like, this was his words, super tall, blacker than black, like a swirling mist shadow figure. And so that happened, but that he saw that. He sees things like that more than I do. Like I said, I'm a very, the things that I see are very, they're very particular. And then so about a week after that, when I was still at home, or it could have been closer to the time he said that, maybe just a few days after that, I got scratched on my left hand. And it's funny, if you look online to, my hand looks so pale, yeesh. If you look online to, some people say it's a lot of the time it's 3 scratches. I got way more. They were all over my hand and all over, they were all over this side, like this side of my hand. And I'll show you the pictures at the end of the video because I'll have to edit them in. But trust me, you're going to want to see these scratches because you're going to be like, how? And let me tell you, these scratches, they did not heal for over a month. So you know when you get a scratch on your leg or something like that, like I bump into stuff all the time, it takes like maybe max like a week to heal. This was like a month to 2 months to heal. So it was really bizarre. And the crazy thing about these scratches was I was awake and I was reading something on my laptop and all of a sudden I felt a burning. Now, at first I thought it was the overusage of what do you want to call it? Hand sanitizer, because I was using a lot of it because it was COVID and everything like that. So, or it might have been, yeah, post-COVID, but it was still, I was using it a lot because my partner has a lung disease and I do that to make sure he's safe. And yeah, so that happened. And then nothing, I don't think anything has happened since. Nothing's happened since. Not that I can think of, other than the story about my friend after he passed away recently, what happened, which is a really interesting story. It just involves a lot of what would you call it? I'm trying to see short-term memory loss. I'm trying to look for the word I'm trying to say. Again, if this is the first you're hearing, I am disabled and I do have short-term memory loss. It's going to have some trigger warnings on that story. But yeah, I wanted to tell that story and just let you know that you can be awake You can be asleep. You can be in a dream world. You can be in the astral world before you wake up. At any time, these things can come and fuck with you. And the reason I'm saying this, and I'm going to say it again like I did in the last video, this is why I'm telling you guys, do not mess with Ouija boards, because I'm pretty sure all this was happening is still happening to me. It just hasn't been, it's been a minute. It's probably because of me using a Ouija board, okay? And I'm working on trying to close those, learning how to close those things I opened before. Like, sorry, I hate this shot because you're looking at all the knots in my hair. This is where my hair tie is, so that's where all the knots are right now in my hair. And I brushed my hair out last night, and I'm going to have to do it again. Sorry, I brushed my hair out last night, and we're going to do it again today, because it's like you think you get it all out, and you don't. Any long-haired girls watching this, I feel you. Anyways, I just thought I would tell you that story, and I'm gonna put this, the pictures. There's 3 pictures. There's 2 of when it happened, and then there's one of the last picture that you'll see will be the one where it was about, it was either a month or 2 is what of its healing, and it still wasn't fully healed yet. So this is why I'm telling you guys, do not play with Ouija boards. Please, oh my god, if you do one thing in your life, do not play with Ouija boards. Like, I know they look cool and aesthetic and stuff like that, and I don't even know if keeping them in your house is bad. I don't know that. My spirit guides haven't told me that or anything like that. I don't know if just keeping them in the house is bad. I'm guessing it's probably not safe, because I know people like the aesthetic of it, but at least throw the planchette out if you're going to do that. Like, if you're going to keep the one on your wall or something, throw the planchette out, because that could be dangerous. But I don't know. I don't know too much about Ouija boards. All I know is I know I brought something into my life. And it used to try and get me at weak points. But I've had a lot of weak points lately, and it hasn't done anything. So it seems like it's, like I said in the last video, it seems like something happens every couple of years, like every 3 to 7 years, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I'll ever know why. I'm not sure if I'll ever understand any of this, like my psychic abilities, talking to spirit guides, understanding what I know intuitively, and my... Okay, sorry, I dropped my phone. I'm gonna have to do this again. I will never know intuitively and being an empath, I'll never understand any of that. But I'm going to have to attach these and attach the pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be kind and rewind and peace, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.